In the quiet city of Woonsocket, Rhode Island, a shadow from the past still stands. A structure once alive with the footsteps of thousands, now silent, waiting, watching. This is the Woonsocket Middle School, a building as vast as it's forgotten. I remember actually reading books in here. This was definitely the reading room. I think I read my first Harry Potter book during these years. I'm pretty sure I remember it, and I think it was definitely right here. Woonsocket Middle School holds a special place in the hearts of everyone who walked its halls, each carrying their own stories and memories that will last a lifetime. For me, my years here meant more than I could ever realize at the time. It's only when the days had passed that I truly understood how much this school shaped me. Our original middle school is just abandoned sitting here, right in this small town. They said there was like a haunted hallway somewhere. I forgot where it was.
It's KB Toys.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, this is it.
This is it. What up, guys? It's your boy John Uray, and here we are. We're at Woonsocket Middle School. As you may know or might not know, this is my old middle school from 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. My middle school, and I have my own actual yearbook right inside there. It's nostalgic, and we're gonna be walking back through history. Probably one of the oldest middle schools there ever was, as well as the biggest. And also clumped in a lot of people into this one middle school. There's 2 new middle schools built down the street. We're gonna check that out too. But anyways, we're gonna go inside this place and check it out, so tune in. Anyways, guys, so this is the Woonsocket Middle School, as you can see from the outside right here. And this is like nostalgia to me. We're like nostalgia to the max, where it's back into my own middle school days. And as you can see, this is the main entrance of the middle school from the outside. Just get an idea though, this is how New England's like schools used to look, or even not even saying that, this is how they look. All right, so as you guys can see, this was the gym from way back in the day. I remember actually, because I got really addicted to badminton, hence spikes my interest in tennis now. But like way back in the day, and mind you, this is my childhood middle school. We would be able to play badminton right over here. This would be my side. And like different classes would be like right here, another class would be over here. It's really nostalgic coming back over here. You can see even the ground is starting to warp, which is pretty wild. Watch your step. Bro, actually, this is sick. I forgot the bleachers from above. Just look at the view. Damn, I remember chilling up here. Mind you guys, I was a part of the last class that was here before this got abandoned. Villanovans. Dude, this is crazy. The nostalgia. It's crazy to even think about how small the actual lunchroom was back in the middle school. Now that you actually look at it, empty. But dude, you were right. You line up over there, you go down right there, and the food was all right here. We're stepped back into the official auditorium. A lot of schools nowadays are much more newer and more like built up and everything, but you can just see how old this middle school is.
So they built it because this was so outdated. It was
Actually, no, you're right.
Yeah. Mold, that they knew they just needed something new for the kids.
But
they got a grant.
They got a grant. True.
That's how it started.
And you know the funny thing is, the new middle school is only a minute away from this one. Yeah, we'll show it. Yeah. We'll show it. It's kind of cool. But I went to both.
Oh, you did both? You
I went half a year here and half a year there.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I was a part of the transition class.
That's really cool.
So I've seen both. But anyways, let's continue on. Oh yeah, right here. Remember the rules? I'm not sure how much you actually followed this, but the cafeteria rules. Hey, Josh.
What's up?
Someone has your name up here. Who put
F, that? Exploring with Josh. Someone literally put...
Dude, that's hilarious. Did you put this?
Huh? No, I never put this stuff here. Look at it. Whoever had the same chalk told me to F myself.
They knew that you came here.
Yeah. No, I haven't done this.
That's hilarious. Back in the day, they said there was like a haunted hallway somewhere. I forgot where it was. It's hard to remember back then a map of how to get through the school, but I do remember. This was our auditorium at least. Okay guys, so here we are. One of the old classrooms. You can already see. Because like I've seen schools in California now, but it's funny when I compare it because it gives you an appreciation to know where you came from. And this was one of the oldest. Right there, it looks like they were working on like, you know, the ABCs, or even cursive actually. That was cursive, yeah. I'm just trying to find out where my old class was. That's what I'm wondering. It's funny because like a lot of these things I could barely even remember now, but look at all of this. You know what's funny though? Urban Explorer. That's funny. Walking these hallways pulls me back into a flood of memories. Each corner, each classroom, a glimpse into how everything once was. Wow. It's funny because I cannot remember what was on the first floor, like in terms of classes. Obviously, these are all different classes. Could have been anything, you know? Yeah, so it's crazy because if you really think about it, this whole school was built back in 1914. So if you really think about it, whoever lived back in this school, you like your parents and everything, they would have been to this school too. And this is Chase. For some reason the name sounds familiar. I kid you not. It sounds very familiar. And this was the entrance. This is where we came in every single morning. And then after we came in every single morning, we'd come to the auditorium where they make like a speech for everyone. And then we had to go to our homerooms, which was like the start. I miss it though, you know, as you get older, these things that are memories that you'll never forget. Your school days. And then over here was the entrance to the official cafeteria. The serving area and the annex gym. And that's how we came across the cafeteria earlier. Which it makes sense now, because when we would come down here, and then we'll line up over there to get our food. And I believe we went to the auditorium to eat. I can't remember, but I think that's how it went. Seeing some of these hidden classrooms that you're not allowed to go in. What's this? Looks like science stuff. Data distributions count. Damn, you can even tell how old some of the stuff were. That's like an old keyboard, old machines, and then like a really old printer right here. It's crazy to even think about how old this is. Even the high school that we went to is much newer than this. Everything's just all wood. Paint chipping on the walls, all the asbestos. Just old things that things were built on before. That's what it was like. Wow. The guidance office entrance right over here. Damn, there's so much rooms. So the thing about this school is that it's just super big. So we're only on the first floor. It's like literally 10% of what we're exploring today. This video is gonna be a really long one because there's like rooms and rooms on rooms and then hidden rooms. There's a lot. Especially I remember when we came here last time. It took almost like a full day just to explore. Hospital? What? Oh, now that makes sense. This was the health class. That does make sense. What's this? Oh shoot, I didn't realize. These are all needles. That all makes sense. Nah, that wasn't health class, what am I saying? This was when you see the nurse. When you got injuries or anything like that. It's just so wild that it's all over the ground though. All of this stuff. Ah, man, the lockers. It's hard to remember where my locker was. It would have been pretty cool if I just left something in my locker as like a going away thing and just found it years ago. If I knew I was exploring when I was in middle school that this would be what I would be doing, yeah, I probably would have left a little message back to myself. years later in hopes to come back to the school. But yeah, you can see everything is just decayed. This place has been abandoned for years now. Many years. If you guys remember what the name of these water fountains were back in the day, only us Rhode Islanders would actually call these bubblers. Not gonna lie, this actually looks like the principal's office. And then you have like the power and everything here. Yeah, the fire alarm systems. You do not want to touch that right now. Everywhere would be alarmed. We're gonna head out of this room. But yeah, the power to the school is still on all over the place. Okay, now I can see. We're back at math class. Holy moly. It's funny to see it all empty now. But back in the day, it's just be active and the teacher would be teaching right there. The other thing is, around this whole school is a huge active neighborhood. Sideways stories. Old books that used to be read. Huh. Honestly, let's continue on though. There's so much to see. It's kind of hard because I keep getting distracted. Just looking at everything. Whoa. What's this? Boards, clay. You can even see how old the original shelves and stuff they had. This looks like a clay class actually. This is cool. What the heck? I don't even think I've seen this last time I came here. Just look at that. All of this stuff. Yeah, definitely the clay class though. That's sick. I think I attended this. I don't remember. I attended this class. I just can't remember. It's been years since I've been in middle school or even in school. But it's sick. This was a deeply nostalgic moment for both me and Josh, since we once walked these halls as students of this middle school. You have this whole locker just falling down. I should have bumped into it. Check that. Everything's all over the ground. As if I remember, because when we left out of this middle school, we literally just came in, got all we needed, and then we were out. It's almost like, you're staying past your rent fee or something and you had to get kicked out. That's what it was like. Oh yeah, no, this is reading class. Obviously that's why there's so much books. I'm just gonna be right here, but this was it. Nostalgia at its finest. Okay, so we're gonna head upstairs now. Mind you, there's a lot of floors that we're gonna go through. There's a lot to see. So we're gonna head up over here and see what's over here. Yeah, these hallways always freak me out when I would come through them. Let's take a look down. Yeah, we're just on the second floor, FYI. I'm here. I made it. Whoa. The fact that the lights are on makes everything look so cool. I really feel like I'm gonna find my class somewhere. I did find it before. I just need to see if I can find it again. I love how the higher you get, the more bright lights that come in. So you can see how everything looks naturally. Take a look. The Cold War. You remember this? You remember learning about this? It's something I feel like anyone has to experience. Kids or anything. I just feel bad for, and I'm not hating or saying anything bad about it, but being homeschooled, I just don't think you're gonna get that proper school experience, because school, for a lot of people, is it's like a memory, it's a moment, it's something that is huge in your life that you can just reminisce on. I mean, a lot of people have the best memories from their school days. So being able to not experience school or being a dropout or just not experiencing it, because think about it, as you get through your school days, real life becomes a work life, and most of your days are just working and everything. What someone did tell me before is that your real life actually begins at 30. So think about that, that's when everything just kicks off from there. But everything else is just full of experiences and full of life. I'm 30 now, And when I went to the school, I was probably 13 or maybe even 12 back in the day. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade years. It's nostalgic. Nope. Guess everyone took their belongings. Yeah, it's just something, a feeling hits when you're literally walking through the hallways though. Yeah, this is all English and history classes over here. You know, I wonder though, you have a classroom right here. Where the heck did this door lead to? I doubt they would go outside, honestly, but let's see. Now I'm curious. Oh, shoot. It was a fire escape. That's what it was. So if something happened, you had to rush out of class. This would be one of the exit areas. But just to give you an idea, just look how big the school is. This building was once a high school, which explains its massive size, before it was eventually transitioned into a middle school. A newer, more modern high school was later built in Woonsocket, and today, the city's middle school students attend the two recently constructed schools that replaced this one. But yeah, let's just keep continuing on. See what else is there to explore. So far, a lot of empty classrooms, but still a lot of things just left here. Yeah, just another empty classroom. What's this? Damn. And mind you guys, back in the day, we did not have cameras like what we have now. So when you see this is what high quality was back in the day. Need some light on this. It would be pretty crazy if I saw myself though. This was the Woonsocket Middle School mission statement. And this is what the core of Woonsocket Middle School was. And it was to create a community where everyone is engaged in acquiring a common core of the knowledge and experiences to ensure that every student has the opportunity to live a healthy, creative, productive, and purposeful life. I think that's posted on every classroom, just as a quick reminder. Yo, what the hell? Dyke? Seriously? What a way to learn. Exploring world history. History to me was always my favorite class. And that was because, you know, history is fascinating. Very fascinating about the US. There's a lot to learn about. Khmer Rouge War, that was in Cambodia. You had the Cold War. My most favorite one was like the, the Holocaust. That was my favorite history to learn about. I do apologize, there's a lot of paint chips all over the ground, so that's what you're gonna hear, at least in this part. Nostalgia at its finest though. And I really wish I can go back in the time and re-experience it again. Maybe things I would do differently, you know? Oh shoot, Elmer's glue. These were like the original glues back in the day. Never got to see what's behind the teacher's desk though. What's this? Mr. Lamrocks. I think that's how you pronounce it. Dr. Seuss. Here's an idea how the boys' restrooms used to look. If you understand the word lab, that means restroom. FYI. Just a good idea. I mean, trust me, there were stalls. It's just taken out now. That's why there's a lot of things at the bottom. We didn't just have it lined up like that. It's funny because if you go to any restroom, it'll always say men's restroom. Obviously, we're in a middle school. We're at the boys' lab. That's funny. So they never actually realized till now.
So this was my summer classroom, and my desk was right here.
There's no way. The one that fell down?
Well,
maybe.
It probably was like this one or something,
Yeah.
but I was right here learning in summer school, in middle school.
Damn.
Yep.
Run it back.
Dude, for real.
That's sick. When did you graduate middle school? Do you remember?
I don't remember. We're gonna look at the yearbook if we find it.
Yeah. I want to know what year mine was.
It's somewhere, dude. I think it's by the library.
Yeah. right here. Damn. Bring it back though. Ooh. Yeah, so right here is the auditorium. Obviously you guys seen what we saw down there. When you look up here, this is like the view from above. And they obviously have performances up over there, so you can actually sit and just watch everything from right here. Shows, acts, plays, anything like that would happen all right there. You know, this very strong wood, you never know. This hasn't been stepped on in years. Wow, wow. But yeah, remember, we would have breakfast here. Maybe even lunchtime all over here. What I do love is how old everything is. That's what makes this prime history of its own. You attend history class, but you're in the place of history itself.
You ready for war?
I'm ready for war. Let's keep it going. Let's keep seeing history.
Okay.
I mean, yo, actually, holy shit.
You remember?
Dude, no, I got into a fight with some kid right here.
Did you?
Yeah.
God dang.
It was like, we came over here, right? And some reason he decided to act like he was tough and all and decided to push me.
Really?
So then we got into, dude, his name was Arthur. I remember it.
All right, see? So
Yeah.
I'm starting to remember.
Holy.
This was the locker.
So yeah, this right here was the 7th grade side. You really take it back. So from what I can remember, right here was all the 7th grade side. And during 7th grade, this is all the classrooms that you would have are all around this area. Everything was separated by different grades. All the way down there was the 6th grade area. This was all 7th grade, and upstairs was 8th grade. Here's where I had beef with some kid. Thankfully, it didn't never escalate, but yeah, that guy. One of these classrooms, I think it really was this one I attended. Definitely wasn't my class though then, but was my class before. But yeah, this was a very important part of the school from what I can remember. And everything was separated by grades. I remember computer class being somewhere around here, I think. Can't remember. Oh, shit. Alright, now that's cool. Yeah, the thing I love about this middle school was the fact that it was the oldest. One of the oldest. I mean, it explains why it's abandoned now. Why is there a couch here? Just trying to make sure no one else is here. Damn. So was this an exit? I think this was stairs that went up to this floor. No, this is the first floor. And it's just a lot to see, a little too much. What's this, tax assessor? I really think someone was living here at some point, at least on that couch. Could be a wrong guess, but that's just my thoughts. Oh god, it fucking stinks in here too. Yeah, let me get out from up here.
Library and stuff?
Yeah, the library is somewhere over here.
Okay,
One
yeah,
of
this
these.
is it. I remember this.
Yeah.
I remember all this, my boy. Look at this.
Oh, actually, yeah.
See?
Holy moly.
So all this was filled with books, like stacked up against these walls, but all the shelves are gone.
Here's an idea of how old this school was. During our times, we had cassettes. What was this cassette about? Boundaries and cities. This was all from the library. This is how you can listen to things. Of course, a broken record. Oh, this is probably where it was. It was over here. I think this is where our yearbooks were, from what I can remember. What's this? Old pictures of the teachers, I believe. Oh, someone was fucking trying to play the lottery. I'm pretty sure, as you guys will know, all these kids here, right, are definitely not kids anymore. Can have a family, been in a new career, anything like that. But the cool thing is, we're all around my age. And this was the best years. Alright, you ready to begin the hunt?
Yeah, it's gotta be. All we need is one.
Just one of ours. We decided to search through this office, remembering how, during our last exploration, we stumbled across our old yearbook here. Hoping to find it once again, we scavenged every corner. But after all these years, I'm certain someone must have taken it.
It was like different working. You would know now.
Yeah, no, because it was creative. It's not just like a regular book.
It would say the year.
I really don't think we have it. I really don't think so.
I can't believe it's not.
Dude, there's a vault? What? I found a vault. A fucking vault. I don't think we've seen this before. Woonsocket Middle School Department. Yeah, that's an absolute shame though. Because we know we saw it 8 years ago and now it's missing now, right? Coincidence. Strong coincidence. If we didn't find it before, I'm pretty sure no one would thought about finding it now, but Josh's video blew up on this. Right here. Guys, look at me. Look at that. That's our sister right there. But what the heck is that? Damn, this is a walk back in the time.
You guys won't believe what I just found. Look who it is. That's Josh. That is Josh right there in this yearbook. That is crazy.
Found Josh?
I found Josh.
1 second.
Take a look, take a look.
And just to give you guys an idea of how old I am, this was during the floppy disk era. Just an FYI. Yeah. 30 years old now, going strong. Nigel's World? Oh, yeah, I remember these days. Woonsocket Middle School's computer labs. And I remember actually, I think I sat somewhere in the second row over there. But it was all Mac computers. We didn't use Windows for some reason, it was all Mac. That's crazy actually. I sat somewhere around. Yeah. It was either back here, maybe it was a different year I sat back here, but another year I sat up here. Can't remember when though. But this was like one of those classes where you learn how to use a computer. These computers is what the generation is now. So from what everything you learned during these years became everything as to what life is now. And that goes from iPads, iPhones, all of it. Everything you learned during these years. But yeah, it would be all lined up against all of these tables and everything. Of course, floppy disk era, you know. I remember I used to play a lot of fun games too. I think one was called Bugs Life. That was like my favorite. It was also very challenging. Yeah, this is nostalgic though. Let's continue on. Let's see what else there is.
The Woonsocket Middle School book receipts. I like that.
That's cool.
Okay, I know where I am now. I think this is where I went to school.
Oh.
Yeah, because I had my math class in here.
Yes.
And I think this was my 8th grade actual math class.
This is cool.
What is that?
Look at that.
Dang.
To even think this is how desks used to look back in the day is wild to me. And obviously, I've been through all of this, but now that I see it, it's like a shocker because I'm so used to seeing how things would be now. So one of the things I generally do appreciate about coming back to explore is that when I filmed this years ago, I was using a much worse camera. So being able to film this on a camera like this makes me really excited because now I have high quality footage of this place on a better camera. I mean, a lot of the rooms do look the same. It's cool though because it's all vintage history coming into here. But you can see different classrooms all around. A lot of kids did come to this school though. because this was the only middle school there was in Woonsocket. And yeah, looking at this place, this is how the desk was, which really shocked me. Shoot. I feel like I had a class back in here before. It was like a secret hidden room to this class. Probably could have been speech. I don't know. Whoa, what the hell? Okay, now that's pretty cool. The dragon? I do not remember seeing this. This is all during my years. Definitely history class again though. They definitely decorate based on like holidays around the countries. This looks like Spanish, I believe. Mi carne? Or mi carne? I don't know. Oh, I remember. I remember El Cox class. I wonder if my name is anywhere on this. Any of these whiteboards. Just makes me wonder. But I would say, if this is all 2009, that's when I graduated 8th grade. 100%, I would say so. Damn. I just want to be able to see my name somewhere. That's what I'm looking for, just my name. Probably just have to go up another level. Oh, this is cool though. Check this out. A really old record player. That's sick. Skirt, skirt, skirt. Oh yeah, this is music. That's why you have the piano knowledge right here. And then you have the physical, actual piano right there. It's cool that they actually had a full-blown piano though too. Let's keep wandering. Holy moly. I think this is where we were. Where it connected the hallways. Yeah, I think so. I can't remember. Gee, see, but this gives you an idea. There's so much different hallways to this school. It's like, you can easily get lost. Can't blame someone for getting late to class. Just look at this place. Seriously. I think this is where I was though. I just had to go up a level and see. Pretty sure this is where I was. In this class. Let me see. Oh man. It's all destroyed now. Anything? My name anywhere? Nope. Yeah, but the thing is, as you're exploring through, a lot of the classes do look the same. And you had connecting classes in a different classroom right here. Just gotta look hard to find my name somewhere. See, like these were definitely rooms that we were not allowed to go in. I'm pretty sure this is a janitor's office though. Oh, but so what happened here?
Hear my whole story. It's a long one, kinda.
All right, let's hear it.
So, all right, guys. So this room is my last room and my last memory of the entire middle school before I graduated. This is my 8th grade classroom, and I sat right over here, right against this window, and I sat. It pretty much could have been this desk, you know, I'm closest to here. And so what happened was, I have a locker over here, which we're going to show you now, my locker. And in my locker, during 8th grade, I was really messy. I didn't even care what happens at this point. This was my locker right here.
Oh.
So in my locker, I had a bunch of papers that would crumple up and fall out. It was stacked to the brim, right? So on the last day of school, I took all my papers. I grabbed them,
way.
and I'm like this, literally.
No way.
I'm walking, I'm like, I don't even care. Let's clean this locker, all right? The last day, now the bell just rang. The bell rang as if school's out. I go up to the thing with all my papers in 8th grade. I open this window and I threw them.
Actually, I remember you telling me this.
My name was on all the papers.
Oh,
Even though the bell rang and school was over, not even 60 seconds later, I got an intercom. Josh, please report to the office. I went to the office and he's like, if you don't pick up the papers outside, you are suspended for the first day of high school. So I picked them all up. I picked every paper up, bro. I swear on my life.
That
I picked
is
every
great.
paper up. And that's my last memory of 8th grade in this building.
That's great.
Not even joking. You would have switched schools anyway.
No, I did go to 8th. I went to 8th half a year and went to the other school half a year.
Yeah, there was 2 eighths at the same time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You were the other one.
So then we got switched over to the other school and migrated over there. So my stuff, I know, is somewhere here, and that's what I've been looking for.
Yeah.
My paperwork.
But yeah, it's hard to remember. Like,
It's
I
so-
know this is my memories because of everything happened.
Yeah, you had a lot of shit that happened.
Yeah.
I remember.
It's hard to remember, like, what you would... Because it was 2 8th grades. Your 8th grade could have been down a level when you got into that fight.
That's 7th grade.
Okay.
7th grade times.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, these memories, it's really hard to kind of go through it now because it's just been that long for all of us, actually. So it's just like random flashbacks you have. Honestly, I don't remember anything. It's crazy. I came here, I don't remember anything. That's how bad my memory is. When Josh went to 9th grade was when I went to middle school. Because we're always 3 years apart, 95 to 93. Remember that. So I know I never went to middle school with him, but we were in high school for a few years. I'm pretty sure this was my class though, that's the thing. But at the same time, it just looks so different now, because everything is destroyed. Let me see, I'm gonna go hunt around. Because at least gotta have my name somewhere. I definitely went to middle school here. Wanted Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto was the shit back in the day. I know for damn sure, 100%, this was all the 8th grade stuff. We're on like the last level, and this is all the 8th grade classes. My class was somewhere right here. I remember having our desk set up somewhere around here. I'd have to look at my old video just to really confirm, but I know somewhere. And the thing is, as the years went on, it's been 8 years since we last explored this place. Everything got a lot more destroyed now compared to before.
Gyms, right?
No, there was 2. The big one and the annex, wasn't it?
Well, the gym we were in, that was considered 2 because they split it up. So there's another one, right?
Yeah, I think there's another one.
Want to find it?
Let's go.
I don't know where though. Do you remember?
No, I don't.
I think I'm going nuts.
Yo, so my class I remember was right here.
Really?
This corner one. This was before when we explored, the desks were set up normally. Like, I remember I had, like, when we came here before everything was preserved, how it was in my last video. Now you can see how it looks.
Oh, so 8 years ago.
But yeah, I sat over there. This is like when we transitioned out.
Oh, okay, so this
Yeah.
is your last memory?
So my last memory was sitting somewhere right over here between these desks around here.
That's so sick.
And
Before you
like,
went to the other school, right?
and I remember the final day when we were migrating out of here, everyone, the whole school, all lined up and walked down to the new middle schools together.
To see it together?
To see it together.
Well, that gave me the chills.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Like, and the thing was, I remember my other middle school there too. And then after that school, when my youngest sister attended, she was all only in that school.
Yeah, so she
me
never
and
seen-
Anna went to this school.
Yeah, so you guys only seen this school.
Yeah. I think 8th grade hits the most. I don't know why. For me, at least, it was the half the year. Because it's a graduation year too.
True,
Your last
and
middle
to be
school.
honest, I feel like it's all I remember mostly.
The reason I remember 6th grade is because you got me to a lot of crazy shit.
That's true.
That's how I remember 6th grade. Oh, shoot. There's so much old stuff. There's a lot of history classes I recall. How they aced their midterms. Okay, sure. Yeah, so we saw 8th grade, 7th grade. I don't know where 6th grade was, probably was first floor, but we're gonna go find the other gym now.
Yep. On the way to the other gym.
Ooh, I love the open hallway vibe though.
Oh, it's huge.
Dude, this,
Yeah, this is the music side.
yeah.
You remember this, right?
Oh, I remember this. Coming down here, dude, it's crazy to think back about.
It is. I remember just playing the drums over here. I was the drum guy right here.
I think it was the keyboard for sure.
Dang.
It definitely was keyboard. Broken violin, definitely ain't working now.
Dang.
Oh, that's so sick though. This is why the old history is amazing. Old architecture. It's just amazing to know that in our local city town, our original middle school is just abandoned sitting here, right in this small town that we grew up in. This was the haunted hallway that everyone freaked out about. And you're never able to see what was up here. You still can't. I think it takes you to the rooftop. This is where everyone would bunk class at.
Yeah, this is where all the rumors started that up here is haunted. They said like, oh, it's haunted up here. There's a pool up here. Don't go.
Yeah.
I used to get that all the time in school.
Who would think that there's a pool up here?
I mean, I believed it.
Blows my mind. Oh yeah, we came here.
We been here?
I remember that string,
Okay.
and you were talking in there. So this is the hallway we came up from.
Okay, so now we gotta go find the other gym. Okay, this is it.
This is it?
Yep.
Oh, this is definitely. Holy shoot, dude.
This was the other gym. We have to go down again. Huh?
Yeah, just watch out right here.
Oh yeah, I didn't even walk on that, bro. My bad.
You're good. Let's go.
This should still bring us to woodworking class, bro.
Yeah, for sure. This is definitely the way. Holy shit.
Oh wait, I think it's here.
Yeah, I think-
it's here on the left.
Actually, no, this is it. Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah. Oh.
Wow. Look at all the
The sawdust
still.
everywhere.
Ain't that like something, bro?
Dude, to think that we even had woodworking.
I know.
Like, as
That's
a
the
thing.
only cool thing we had.
Right?
I remember bringing home a shelf for my mom. I still
Yeah, I remember the shelf that everyone
I
made.
still have the shelf.
Going through here, there was like a shelf that you can make. I remember because you have to like stick your hand and push through the wood to cut it through a whole saw that was just going. And now like I think about it, I'm like, damn, I think we were pretty young to even be playing with a lot of these things. Yeah, this was my 6th grade when I took up the wood cutting class. Is it just a coincidence that the actual wood cutting teacher was named Mr. Cutler? I remember actually reading books in here. This was definitely the reading room. Now everything's kicking back. I remember it, you know. I think I read my first Harry Potter book during these years. I'm pretty sure I remember it, and I think it was definitely right here. And yeah, this is the other cool thing. This was like the cooking class right here, where you could bake cakes and stuff. I know I definitely took this up in 7th grade when I learned to do some baking. Honestly, obviously the skills didn't last now because I don't bake anymore, but this was during the days. Ew.
Yo,
Operations, bro.
that is really cool. Maybe the best find? Dude, look at the stamp. It's KB Toys.
Oh.
$8 from KB Toys, bro.
Yeah, so last time we came here, we did find jars of like random things in them. That's what we're hunting for right now. Oh my god.
There's a really bad smell in here.
Yeah, it's the wood, dude. Damn. For the smaller gym too, it's crazy to say that it had a whole nother side to it. So we really took it back to my old days. When I went to school, I went to middle school here, did my 6th, 7th, and 8th grade year, all the way through this school. I did stay back once. Somehow I stayed back all the way in 1st grade. So when I went to high school, I did pretty much 9th, 10th in our Woonsocket High School, and then I moved to Florida. But during that time, I really wanted to catch up with where I was academically. I just wanted to graduate. So when I went to high school in Florida, I did 11th and 12th in 1 year. So technically I graduated as a junior, but I just caught up a grade and graduated early. We just finalized up exploring this abandoned middle school, which is my middle school, and watch this. So we're gonna drive down the street, literally right down the street, and you'll see the other middle schools.
There's that brick building. That's the new one.
That's the new one, yeah.
And they built it right here. Right there.
You can see how new it is compared to the old one,
Oh
literally.
my God,
this is the
yeah.
one I went to, by the way. This is the one I went to.
This is the one John did.
Yeah.
Remember, it's a twin building. It's married. So you got one, and the other one's right there. There, too. My little childhood memories for y'all. My abandoned school. And there's the new one.
Yep, Hamlet. That actually have a name now. Woonsocket Middle School at Hamlet. That's cool. Pretty interesting. Small history of Woonsocket in the town that I'm from. And this was it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're peacing out. And we're peacing
We're done.
out. Yep. Peace.